Stephen is a great First Citizen Award recipient because, first off, he's really humble about what it is that he's done.
He's someone that cares about people, but it's not just that he cares about people. He also cares about how we care about people.
Stephen has taught me more about serving the community than I ever imagined.
He is a no-nonsense type of person. He's out for the little people, the people who cannot do for themselves.
And he doesn't just get involved on a board level, he gets involved on a personal level.
The bike culturally has been a big part of Portland for quite some time. But I think the key thing that Stephen helped bring with his service to the organization is crossing that tipping point of really making it mainstream throughout the long process of getting bike sharing to come to fruition here in Portland. He was working with BTA staff, the city, Portland Bureau of Transportation, and Nike. Stephen was at the center of it all to really make it all happen.
I was born and raised here in this neighborhood. I've never met him before until that one day he walked in. We prayed for a miracle, and in popped Stephen. A law passed in 1953 where we were allowed to own property. And so several members got their money together and they purchased this building. And this building has been standing here since being a Masonic Lodge ever since then. So it's very important. This is a piece of history that once it's gone, there's no other piece of history left in this Albany neighborhood. Without Stephen, this lodge would not be here today. We were in desperate need of help. He was there for us from the beginning all the way to the end.
Open School is a college prep program for students who need extra support to be successful. We partner with public schools to serve the students who they're struggling to serve well. And that's really exactly the population that Stephen Gomez has a real soft spot for.
And these are kids that, just getting to school can be a challenge every day. And so the commitment of the staff to make sure that they know that they're valued, that they're smart, and give them that support where they're maybe not getting that in their current environment. Being on a board is a terrific gift, I think, that people can give to the community. Stephen takes it not just one level deeper, but 10 levels deeper. And those are the kind of people that can really be an inspiration to others.
I think Stephen is seen as the leader who took New Avenues from its sort of humble beginnings into its formidable years and really magnified the impact the organization has in the community. It's outside of the wheelhouse for most nonprofits to run a quasi-for-profit business that serves a social purpose.
Being able to open the doors to that first business has really laid the groundwork for us to open a second Ben & Jerry's, our screen printing business, our different pigeon apparel line. Those are all things that have come from that first social purpose enterprise that Stephen helped lay the groundwork for. He's been very instrumental to our mission and where we are today.
He thrives on a challenge. Every challenge that came up that we thought that wasn't going to happen, he kind of smiled. Like, okay, we'll see about that.
Sometimes I joke around with Stephen that that he's who I want to be when I grow up, in terms of just completely being dedicated to what's best for the community.
He's the kind of person that puts his time, talents, and treasure all to bear on making this community better.
He brings everything he has to the table. So for those organizations who have had the benefit of Stephen, they know what I'm talking about because they've been changed by him, they've been transformed by him, and we're in a very good place because of him.
There's an old saying, don't talk about it, be about it. That's Stephen.
Without Stephen Gomez, Portland would lack a humble change agent that we currently have. For me, I think it's easier to think about who we are with Stephen Gomez. which is that you've got somebody who's willing to play the small roles and the large roles, who wants to shun the limelight but really wants to make things happen that really ultimately matter, most of all for kids, but also for safe streets and for safe families and safe communities. And so without Stephen Gomez, the limelight wouldn't shine as brightly, the things that get done wouldn't be as authentic, the communities that have change happening in them wouldn't be tied as tightly to what's going on, because he's really willing to do things on the ground that matter.
I don't think he's a household name in Portland, and I'm so grateful he's being recognized for this, because he is such a gift to the community in a very under the radar kind of way.